Tony, a sale for Holstein Friesian heifers, really. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, well, the heifers are the young stock, so the future, so that everyone likes the newer genetics, so it seems to be where we managed to attract the interest now. So.
Now, these are all stock that are based around the Canterbury, Westland, Holstein Friesians?
No, they're from Southland. There's a couple from Southland as well, so we invite anyone that wants to participate in our sale to join us. So there's a couple from the deep south as well.
So tell me about the North American connection, because several of them have got North American blood.
North American connection is the breeders that we've got are very on about the conformation, which is usually a functionality of a cow to try and predict longevity, so they like the top end of that. And North America has been known for quite a long time of having top conformation animals, so these inclined to chase those genetics. They're certainly interested in the high gross per cow production, and so these breeders set that and then market it to the rest of the people that are interested in that.
So I guess performance recording of the mother would be very important.
Yes, that's done with everybody. Is the production of the dam. That's a big part of everything here, but and also part of what we're very interested in is the conformation, the type of the animal, so that she can do that larger production but have the conformation to last longer. You see some of the industry stuff. They are now saying that conformation plays a bigger role in the more intensive operations where the production per cow is higher, and also plays a part in the other extreme, the once-a-day milkers. They need more conformation as well.
So when you say conformation, what are you actually looking for?
Lots of things. Is that cow can consume large volumes of food to convert to milk. So
she needs springer rib.
So she needs capacity, but she also needs wide muzzle in the lungs and the heart to pump the blood to make the whole thing function. So yes, we want that, and then she needs to have that strength through that rump area to be able to carry herself, and also to be able to do the reproduction and calve out every year. And then legs and feet is fairly important in New Zealand. Cows have got to be able to walk around and consume those feeds rather than it being delivered to her. So they need to have the legs and feet, and then the mammary, which is highly important to be able to functionally get that milk out of that cow, especially if they're doing large volumes like these cows do.
Is it hard to pick all those points on a young animal?
Well, I guess that's where the pedigree comes into it. We look at the size that have that, and then the dams, and that's a big strength of the sale is looking at the dam, and then the grand dam, and then the great grand dam. And if she's been they're cows that have been able to perform for a number of years, that's really been some of the strength of what the breeders here like selling, and that's the attraction for purchasers to this sale. Is one of the big selling points for us.
And of course, the venue, it's a bit different. The second time you've been here.
Well, yeah, second time we've been here, but we've been to a few venues around Canterbury. It actually started when conference was in Canterbury back in 2005, and we had it at the Chateau, and that was in the hall, and so that was unique, and that started the ball. And then we've had it in the Tai Tat pub, and then we ended up at Riccarton Racecourse for quite a number of years. We rang the Aura a couple of times, and now, yes, with the conference, the Holstein Friesian Annual Conference in Canterbury last year, some had the idea of coming here, and it seemed to work, so they decided they'd like to come back and do it again. So
Richard Spark makes a pretty good sandwich.
Yes, well, there's a few of our local vendors have known Richard Spark for quite a while, so there's a little bit of knowing each other helps as well, doesn't it?
Tell me about demand. Does it vary depending what the milk price is doing?
That always has a bearing on what milk price is, yes. Availability of cash always has a big part of any marketing, isn't it?
And so the atmosphere, you're feeling confident in this year's sale?
Oh, I think there's been a wee bit of a lift in dairying. The confidence is coming back slowly. It's still in recovery mode, but at least this is, as you said, these are a lot of young ones, so this is the future. So people are investing in the future.
And have people been culling quite hard because of the downturn?
Culling was quite hard through the dairy industry with the downturn, because at the same time beef prices were quite high. So it certainly made the attraction to cull anything that was surplus was certainly was what happened.
It makes these youngsters very valuable as replacements.
Well, we hope so.
500 if you want to. I got 10,000 bids out back. I got 10,000 bids out behind us. 10,000 once, 10,000 twice. Third and final bid. All done at $10,000 and I sell. Done. All done. Very good luck to the buyer. 10,000 was the price tag.